Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Amy's Awesome Adventure. And I am glad that you have come back, to those of you who have come back, and to those of you who are here for the first time, welcome. This is a little bit of a different episode because this is the continuing collaboration called Diving into Disney. And this collab is hosted by the wonderful Vicky over at Vicky's Tigger Tales. And basically what this collab is that twice a month we pick a movie and we literally dive deeper into that movie. And we can either choose our favorite 5 songs, 5 quotes, or 5 characters of that movie and explain why they're our favorite or if they have a meaning to us. And this time we are doing Beauty and the Beast. And I have chosen to talk a little bit about the characters. And these characters are in no particular order. They're just the characters that I find to be my 5 favorites. So firstly, I want to start out talking about my most favorite character, and that is Mrs. Potts. And part of the reason that I love Mrs. Potts is because not just because of the character herself and the way she's drawn, but I kind of feel like the actor that voiced her in the original animated film was Angela Lansbury, and just the attitude of Angela Lansbury really made that character. Angela Lansbury had within her that motherly type of personality. I mean, you saw that in everything she did. That was just Angela Lansbury's way of being, and her character really had that motherly attitude. And even when she switched from being from being the teapot, and she became a live person again, she had the ability to still keep that motherly being going through her. So that's what I really liked about her. And then the other character that I'm going to talk about is actually her son, Chip. He's just cute. I mean, he shows, kid-like qualities. He acts like, a kid. I mean, there's the scene after the Be Our Guest song, I think it is, where she talks about, she says, "Off to the cupboard with you now, Chip." And he still fights her like a child would fight his mother. And I think that's great that personality again went all the way through. I have 2 characters that I have to put together that I love because they really work off of each other, and that's Cogsworth and Lumiere. Just the way that they both knew that it was, the house wouldn't run without either one of them. They work together. A candelabra and a clock. What two better characters to be for a butler and I guess I guess I think it was his first, the Beast Adam, the prince, his like first lieutenant or whatever. But just the banter between Cogsworth and Lumiere was absolutely perfect, and the just they both embodied what they needed to do, whether they were a candelabra and a clock, or they were the two people. And I love that about both of them. So I kind of put them together because they can't really be separated.
Kind of like Ernie and Bert.
Okay. Okay, that's a stretch, but I can't disagree with you. Um, anyway, and then of course, my next character I have to say is a favorite is the Beast himself, because the Beast, when he's the Beast, it's just the way that he goes through the emotions, and he knows the importance of learning to love someone and learning that lesson that it doesn't matter, it doesn't matter how someone looks, but it's the love that's in your heart that matters. And that's just such a beautiful sentiment, and the way that shows through the Beast, and you really see how he changes from the beginning, where he's this gruff and really scary type of person that first entraps Maurice, and then as time goes on, he learns to love Belle, and just that transformation is just a wonderful thing. And then, of course, lastly, Belle. Belle is just, I have always said that Barry and I are Beauty and the Beast, but because of the relationship that we have, and we joke about that. But I really relate to Belle, because when I was growing up, I was the outcast. It just so happens I love to read anyway, but I was always awkward. I was always the one that the quote unquote mean girls would make fun of. And, and I got teased for being different, and I was never accepted into the in crowd. And so and as time went on, but I always wanted to help people. I always wanted to, make people's lives better. And that's what Belle does. She falls in love with the Beast and makes his life better. And so then in the end, she gets her true love. And that's kind of, in a way, the way that Barry and I are, indirectly. Like I said, those are my favorite characters, and not the way I talk about them, not in any particular order, but like I said, just to recap: Mrs. Potts, Lumiere and Cogsworth together, Chip, Beauty and or Belle, and the Beast. So maybe that was technically 6. So you could give one, if you have to give one an honorable mention, so there's 6. But like I said, Cogsworth and Lumiere can't be separated. They work very well together. So thank you so much, Vicki, for inviting me to this collab. I love doing this. I love the fact that we're really diving deeper into Disney and talking about what it really means to us. So far, I've been having such a great time with this, and it's been a wonderful idea. So thank you, Vicki, for inviting me. And thank you to the rest of you for coming and watching and supporting my channel. Please comment below. Let me know. Do you have a favorite character? Do you have a favorite line or a favorite song from this movie? I'd love to hear. I'd love to hear about your feelings about Beauty and the Beast. So until the next time, have a wonderful day, week, or month, and I'll catch you on the flip side. Bye-bye for now.